Twisted, star Lauren LaVera explains how she approaches playing moments of deep distress. Lauren LaVera is no stranger to horror, with many audiences knowing her from the now iconic Terrifier franchise, where she plays Sienna Shaw, someone forced on an endless journey of intense trauma. In Twisted, Lauren LaVera's character, Paloma, is also put through the ringer. Paloma is a casual con artist going about her life when a violent incident lands her in the care of an evil, boundary-challenging doctor. That doctor, Dr. Kizan, played by Jimon Hanso, who some DCU fans might recognize from the Shazam films, has ambitious plans to save the world. In his mind, the only way to make progress is to perform unethical, brutal surgeries on human beings. The Direct sat down with Twisted star Lauren LaVera, who talked about how she approaches playing a character in such deep distress, while also making sure that every role she takes feels unique, authentic, and true to each character. LaVera noted that the first step is doing all of the prep, and you hope that the prep seeps in, and you try not to think about the prep on the day. She added that she also feels her surroundings and the crew had a lot to do with it, something she's thankfully had wonderful experiences with across the projects she's been on. The actress also made sure to give props to her scene partners, including Hanso, whom she called such a dynamic actor who always listens in a way that is so intuitive. Of course, director Darren Lynn Bousman also played a massive role in the success of her performance, with LaVera calling out how he really gave the opportunity to kind of play and to see where the characters went. At the end of the day, Lauren LaVera felt that for Twisted, there was a lot of freedom on the set, that she didn't feel limited or constricted. Alongside Twisted star Lauren LaVera, the Direct also spoke with Bousman about the film. The full interview can be read below. Twisted hits VOD on February 6, 2026. Lauren LaVera. That's a wonderful question. I don't even know if I have, a really eloquent answer to that. I mean, as an actor, you do all of the prep, and you hope that the prep seeps in, and you try not to think about the prep on the day. I think it also has a lot to do with my surroundings and the crew. The crew on this film, and in films past, did such a wonderful job of giving you an understanding of what's happening in the world, and it felt like you were dropped into that world. And I think I have to really give it to my scene partners as well. Jimon Hanso is such a dynamic actor. He listens in a way that is so intuitive, and he's a generous actor, and he's always constantly trying things that are different and new. So I felt that every moment was fresh, and Darren really gave us the opportunity to kind of play and to see where the characters went. So there was a lot of freedom on the set that I didn't feel limited or constricted. I could just kind of grow into what the possibilities might be for Paloma, and I think we hit the limits of a lot of them. Had a great time. Darren Lynn Bousman. I think it was Guillermo del Toro said something that really resonated with me. He says, "No matter how much money you have, no matter how many days you have, it's never enough." And I feel like that. I feel like every time I've tried to make a movie, it is a mad dash and rush to try to pull it off. Because there are 3 types of movies you make when you make a film. You get the script, and you have that movie that you try to make. And then you go to production and you realize, fuck, we don't have the time, resources, whatever. And so the movie changes. It becomes something else. And then when you get into post, it becomes an entirely different movie based on, well, we didn't have time to shoot that. I wanted this shot. I didn't get that shot, and it becomes the 3rd movie. So I think the only thing that I've really learned about filmmaking is that there's not one true way. It is constantly having to rewrite rules and figure shit out. And I think that this movie is no different. That said, of course, there's going to be Saw inside of it, because Saw is so much of a part of who I am. You know, I grew up making those films. I was in my 20s doing that, and so I'll be in my 70s, knock on wood. And still, you're going to see influences of the Saw films in there, for sure. Darren Lynn Bousman. I think that what I like about it is this movie is not so cut and dry. In a normal film, there's a hero, there's a villain. For me, what interested me about this project and script is that there is no hero or villain in this. They're both the hero and villain at different times. So, while Paloma, in some respects, is an unlikable character when you first meet her. I mean, she's conning people, she's stealing money, she's doing this. And then by the end, your opinion might change, or not. And I think depending on where we are in the movie, and what scenes are taking place, who is the hero and who is the villain. Lauren LaVera. I fully agree. I think that's what makes characters so interesting, the more human they are. And I think as an actor, when you have the opportunity to really explore those morally apprehensible and morally gray areas, that's when you get closer to what the human experience is. And I think horror is such a wonderful genre because you can really explore those themes, whether it be the human condition or political or other, and do it in a way that doesn't feel like you're being hit over the head with it. And I think it can be explored, and conversations can be had. So that's why I love seeing this genre evolve in the way that it does. And I think this movie is a really good representation of that.